A printed circuit board is the backbone of modern-day electronic devices. It is the silent platform that holds everything together and allows complex circuits to function reliably and efficiently. Let us explain what a PCB is and how these tiny circuits are manufactured. We will walk step by step through the journey of a PCB, from a simple idea to a functional electronic foundation. Welcome to Wired Wisdom Engineering 3D. Here we design, animate, and simulate different engineering principles. Subscribe, like, and share to support the channel and help this knowledge reach more minds. Early electronic components were manufactured and connected to each other manually using wires in a point-to-point construction. Each resistor, capacitor, and tube was wired by hand, making the process slow and highly dependent on human accuracy. This manual construction often led to errors, inconsistency, and serious difficulty in scaling up production. Moreover, because these circuits were extremely complex, repairing a damaged one was an unreliable and tedious task. A single loose wire or wrong connection could shut down the entire system, making troubleshooting very challenging. In 1936, Paul Eisler, a genius engineer who worked for a newspaper company, recognized these hard problems. He envisioned a better way to connect electronic components without the chaos of tangled wires. He invented the concept of printing conducting copper circuits on a non-conducting board. Components could then be connected directly over these printed traces. This idea gave birth to what we now call the printed circuit board. However, a modern-day PCB looks far more complex, reliable, and sophisticated than its early versions. Modern PCB manufacturing starts from a simple flat sheet of copper. Let us look at how this sheet of copper evolves into a sophisticated electronic device in a detailed and logical manner. To start off, a thin layer of copper foil is laminated onto a flat sheet of insulated glass fiber material. This glass fiber, commonly known as FR4, gives mechanical strength and rigidity to the PCB. The glass fiber remains part of the PCB until the very end of the manufacturing process. This arrangement, along with a protective aluminum sheet, is first sent for drilling. Here, special holes called registration holes are drilled. These holes serve as reference points for alignment during later manufacturing stages. Meanwhile, an engineer carefully designs the circuit using computer-aided design software. This process involves simulations, layout planning, and electrical rule checks. The PCB design software generates design files known as Gerber files. Gerber files contain extremely detailed information about every layer of the PCB, including copper traces, drill points, and masks. Using these design files, automated drilling machines drill precise holes into the board. These holes will later be used to mount electronic components. After drilling, the boards are thoroughly cleaned to ensure no dust, debris, or residue remains. Now comes one of the most critical steps, the production of these tiny copper traces. The best way to achieve this is through a chemical process called etching. In this process, the copper surface is first covered with a resistive mask. This resistive mask carries the exact pattern of the circuit that is required. When this arrangement is dipped into an alkaline solution at temperatures ranging from about 60 degrees Celsius to 120 degrees Celsius, the copper areas not protected by the resistive mask are etched away. Only the copper covered by the mask remains intact. After the etching process is complete, the protective mask is washed off. What remains are the precise copper traces required for the circuit to function. The circuit pattern on the resistive mask is created using the Gerber files. A UV light technique is used to bond the mask to the copper plate exactly where it is needed. To achieve bulk manufacturing, multiple circuit patterns are created on a single large sheet. As you can see, the copper traces are extremely thin and can barely be seen with the naked eye. To ensure quality, the board is sent for inspection. An operator, assisted by an automated optical inspection machine, checks the quality of the PCB. The machine compares the actual board with the original design files. It checks for broken traces, short circuits, and alignment errors. Any PCB with defects or faults is rejected at this stage. If everything passes inspection, the boards move on to the next process. Have you ever wondered why most PCBs are green? This green color comes from a protective layer known as the solder mask. The solder mask protects the copper traces from oxidation, moisture, and dust. It also prevents accidental short circuits during soldering. This protective coating gives the PCB its familiar green appearance, which has been universally adopted. After this process, the copper traces are hidden beneath the green insulating layer. To expose specific areas for soldering, another UV process is carried out. The final step is silkscreen printing. This is a layer of ink printed on the board to identify component locations, markings, logos, symbols, and reference labels. It helps technicians and engineers during assembly, testing, and maintenance. The PCB technology we have explored here is known as THT, meaning through-hole technology. In our next videos, we shall explore SMT-based technology, which is used in modern compact electronics. I hope you found this video informative. If you did, kindly subscribe, like, and share. See you in the next one.